Welcome to the stream, everyone. eSeniors doubleheader with Spa today. Group 1. Spa is such a classic track. It's open 1920. I always like to do this little history lesson. So 1920 and 1921, the first race, it was cancelled because they only had one car. But then in 1924, they did the first 24-hour of Spa. And this track is located in the city of Stavelot in the Belgian Belgian towns of Francorchamps, Malmedy, and Stavelot. That was the original racetrack. It was a road track on the regular roads. But can you imagine in 1924 to drive 24 hours in the cars they had back then? That's unbelievable. But today we have faster cars, and we're going to have 16 cars on track. And today's standing, I'm going to show you that, not that one. I'm going to show you the standing screen coming up. Yeah, I can't get that to show now. But let me tell you who is in the leads today. We have, going to get into my view here where I can see the championship standing. Group 1 standings. And Moses is obviously, Chris Moses is the guy we're going to watch. John Saunders and Carlo van Brabant. Those are the 1, 2, 3 in the championship. The last race was won by Chris Moses. That was Imola. And Carlo van Brabant was second and John Saunders in third. So let's do a little quick track walk and see the track of Spa. So here we're coming down, we're going to show the starting straight, and we're coming down to, let me see here, we're going to get that rolling. Here we go. And let me get some music in the background too. So through La Source and up Eau Rouge. So that's La Source is the last breaking point until you come up into these two couple of turns, the Le Combe. You're coming down the hill and just try to stay on track here and just keep so much momentum you can coming through Pouhon. You come into the Stavelot couple of turns here. Here's another one where this is the last breaking point in Stavelot before you come into the last sector, coming on this fast turn into Blanchimont into the bus stop, and we have completed the lap. And this is 20 turns. It's 7 kilometers. This track. And let's get over to the game stream. So I'm gonna do the transition here real quick. And welcome to the stream. I see Philip Savage, Nikos, Stefan Buckley. Welcome, guys. Just gonna get right view. There we go. All right. I had a little problems here with. I wanted to show the actual standings. Let me see if I can get that up here. I was trying something new here, and that didn't really succeed at all. Quali haven't started yet. Let's see if we can do something different here. To away of the studio mode. And we go back to the opening. There we go. All right, finally. So that's where I wanted to be. So Chris Moses, 195 points. So he's pulling away a little bit from John Saunders on 181 points. Carlo, 174. And AJ, 153. I'm going to race with AJ tomorrow. Looking forward to that on the what do you call it? The endurance 3 times. I'll get a little bit loopy here because I've been doing, this is the second race I'm commentating here. So yeah, AJ 153 and Chris Bourne 145. So no doubt, Chris Moses gonna do really good here. He's gonna show us probably times into. I saw him doing into the low 118. Carlo is up there too. So this might be a fight between Carlo and Moses as well as Saunders. Yeah, I'm not racing today because I was focusing on the endurance tomorrow, so I'll be just driving the Audi and I haven't really had time for anything else. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. So Silverstone is next week, and I'm really looking forward to Silverstone. All right, so yeah, still a couple of minutes here before we switch over. What else to say? I want to thank the sponsors Syndeo and Sim3D. Thank you for your support that makes this possible. For servers and everything that costs money to run this organization. And if you're new to eSeniors, we're a group of drivers, 50 years and older. We're having fun racing ACC on PC. So you can find more information on the link. I think you can you see the link there that I posted? I'm going to post that again just to make sure. That's our Facebook link. All right, let's switch over to the stream, the race. Qualifying have started. Let's see who is going to set the first lap time. A little organized, see who is the first one out on track. Derek Bird, perhaps, is the first. Maybe it's Peter LaFrance. Who is first on track? Let's see. Yeah, I think maybe Chris Moses is the first one out on track. Is Chris Moses certainly one of the faster drivers? Excited to see what he's gonna do. Maybe we're gonna see into the 217s, who knows? It's kind of alien territory. I wouldn't put that away from him. So I hope everyone is doing okay. Yeah, Mike, and really another reason I'm not driving today is that Mike, he couldn't do the broadcast today. So I thought, okay, I'm anyway more focusing on Audi on this track, so yeah. I hope that he can broadcast tomorrow the endurance race. That would be a lot of fun. Actually, I'm gonna send him a message. Write the message. Okay, we have Chris Moses starting his lap. Let's go in, see if we can get into the cockpit for him. Cockpit. All right, coming up Eau Rouge, no problems there, just full throttle, no lift, no braking. He is driving the Aston Martin. There we go, coming into the com. See how it's taking that. Yeah, up on that curb. You want to use the curb on the left there to rotate. Coming down the hill. Rotate pretty close on this one. Don't get up on the curb though. He's slipping and sliding a little bit. Maximum out the momentum here. You don't want to go wide. He's getting a little bit wobbly. This is probably not going to be his best time. He's probably still warming up, I would assume. He has to downshift quite a bit there as we go through Puhan. hard to keep the momentum here. And here I have to brake so you hit the apex. And you can go really wide here and try to just engage this corner, because that's the last braking point before you get to the bus stop. So this is a really key part. Stop, see how that goes coming through. I think this is maybe 219 something. Oh, that's a 218.3. That's funny. And Saunders comes right behind with 218.4, and then we have Derek. He's a minute, or I'm sorry, a second and a half behind. Starting to clock sometimes. La France. Looking at him as he comes down the hill. Yeah, Saunders, AJ is P3 provisional, 219.0. So we saw in the group 2, we saw a low 219. So we're seeing a low 218 here. So this is going to be a three-way battle here between Moses, Saunders and Bob Brunt, I'm sure. And the AJ going to be in the mix. I don't doubt that at all. And Brabant is on a good lap. He's up 0.2. That would challenge at least a P2. But he has ways to go. He has just starting his lap, but he's up half a second. Not too bad at all. Billy Stewart is up 0.8, also just starting his lap, looking to improve, get into the he would get into the 220s. Oh, he's now getting into the 219, so he needs to catch up here, because Derek is doing the 219.8 at the moment, and actually better. He's aiming for 219.4. That will give him into the P6, P5s. Moses still the fastest on 218.3. AJ is up 0.2. That could, that won't really move him up. He's in a P4 with a delta to the leader of 0.7. So he won't be able to get better, get closer to Van Brabant. Yeah, he lost the time there. The regroup. Who else is doing something? And Saunders is on the lap, but he needs to hustle. He is starting his lap, so it's 7 minutes. So I mean, there's time left to do something. I don't see anyone that's really on a really hot run yet. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. For anyone watching, thank you for spending your Saturday evening or midday or wherever you are in the world. eSeniors is a very international organization. We have drivers today from all places in Canada and South Africa. Witten is from South Africa. Show him in his white car, easy to spot. It's the Holmes. Hasn't clocked the time. Let's see if Saunders is doing any inroads. He's 0.1 behind Moses, and right now he's actually running on time for provisional pole. See if he can finish off strong, coming out on the straights. After Stavelot, Van Brabant is also on a good run. Van Brabant can actually take provisional pole on this. Let's see where he is. Yeah, running well there. Saunders is really running well too. Moses is not on a fast lap. Let's see what, Saunders is going to take provisional pole. There it is. And Van Brabant is going to be behind him. He might actually take provisional pole on this. He's going to do a little bit better. He's 0.4 behind pole. Moses is now starting a new lap, so see if he can reclaim position. AJ is on a really fast lap. That might push him into P3 perhaps. He's still P4, I'm sorry, he's starting his lap here. Moses is really trying to push now. Starting his lap. Saunders is doing a 1:18.1. We might see a 1:17 or 2:17 here if we're lucky. Who else is doing good? Derek is in his Slade livery. Crowd pleasing livery. Let's give some love to some other people. Smith is coming. He's up 0.4. Is that going to do anything for him? Yes, P6 for Smith. Great run for him. Rios trying to push up a little bit more. His best is so far 2:19.9. He's up 0.4. Where would that put him? He would maybe go up to P11. P11, maybe P10. And through the bus stop. Losing some time there. What's going to happen? Goes from P14 to P11 for Rios. Moses is on the run. With this, if he keeps this up, he's going to get provisional pole. A little bit more than 3 minutes left of qualifying. Still time for Van Brabant and Saunders to respond. It's going to do it. I think it will. No, it didn't. Maybe he disqualified his run. Yeah, he lost a lot of time in the end there, so that's unfortunate. So he wasn't able to respond, but there's time. There is time. Yeah, why is Stefan not running? I saw him up on the chat here. 13 people watching. That's awesome. Thank you for that. Derek is up 0.2. Is that gonna... He's just starting his lap. No one is on a valid lap. Saunders is on a valid lap. Just starting. Holmes, I expected him to be a little bit further up. What kind of livery does he have? Okay, yeah, that's the Thunderbird livery. It's kind of cool. Let me know if there's someone specific you want to see. Yeah, endurance. That's going to be fun. I hope Mike can stream that. I need to remember. I'm going to send him a message. He can stream that. No, there's probably going to be several cars at least that's going to stream that. Moses is very close to, but he's not on a valid lap, so he has to hustle. I don't know if he's going to be able to get through to do another lap. Saunders looking to improve his time just a little bit, but he's just in the beginning of the lap. I don't seem to have his livery. That's weird. I used to have that. Chris Bourne is now up in P5, trying to improve. 1 minute left to qualifying. Saunders looking to improve just for safety. So Moses going to be able to do another lap. I think it's going to be really tight. He has 43 seconds left to come into over the goal line to start the new lap. I do not think that's going to happen. Oh yeah, maybe 30 seconds left. Oh, where is he now? Okay, yeah, he's just coming in here towards the bus stop. 20 seconds. Saunders has not really improved his time yet. Van Brabant is up. Van Brabant is on a run. Oh, he must have disqualified his lap too. Why don't I see that? But Moses was able to start the new lap, and so did Carlos. So this one might be a run to the very, very bitter end. And Saunders also managed to do a lap, start the lap before end of. So this is going to be interesting. So Saunders, Moses, and Brabant is still open on the pole. Yeah, I just did that, Arthur, actually, and downloaded just before the race. I think I normally see Saunders, so no. Okay, here we go. Checkered flag, but we still have Saunders running, and Moses is actually running for being able to clinch the P1. I think he has Saunders in front of him. Is that? No? No, he doesn't. All right, let's see. So Moses is up 0.2. Carlo is down on his time, so he's not looking to improve his position. Jones might. No, he's losing time. Here's Jones. Oh, he's going wide, so that's his. And Carlo also went wide. So Moses is pushing. He's still doing times that would be able to get him into the pole position. Saunders, though, is improving with 0.2, so that means that Moses needs to get up to 0.5 in order to do anything about the P1 situation. He's just 1700ths from Saunders on the current time, so if he might get into... If he hustles, he might get into the 217s, who knows? Very close racing here between, just half a second between. Oh, here we go. Saunders improved his time. So now Moses has to take up 0.262. Is he going to do it? Yes, I think he is. It's going to be really close. There he is. Oh, that is so close. He didn't reach. He didn't reach Saunders. Just in the last turn there, he just couldn't do it. Oh, that's unbelievable. So, ladies and gentlemen, Saunders, Moses, Van Brabant, Jones, and Chris Bourne, the first 5 on the track. Let's do go over to my pause screen here for a little bit and maybe get a little groove on. While we're getting ready for starting the race, I'm going to do a little pit stop real quick, and I will be right back with you. Yeah, Grip 2 did really well today. It was there were no one had any problems in the pit stop. So great to see that. Let's do a little. Yeah, let's take a look at the liveries. So unfortunately, I don't have Saunders' livery. We have Moses next to him. And we have Van Brabant. Look at that golden matte black. That looks really, really cool. AJ Jones in Audi. And Chris Bourne. KB Smith. And Holmes. Green car. Thunderbird. And Derek in his regular Porsche Slade. This is a new livery, that looks pretty cool. Santos, P10, Pornoff, Marlboro La France have a good looking shell livery. And Witten, painteddog.org, White Car and Rios, and Billy Stewart, and Torrance, and Jeremy is out of the race. He's kind of just spectating, I think. So yeah, 16 cars on track. I don't think that should be too bad. Let's get into the helicam as we roll into the starting line. And yeah, should turn off the music too. Okay, coming around La Source. Seeing the cars getting positioned, see if we can get a good start without any pandemonium. A little bit that they're out of order here. Chris Bourne gets a good start, pushing up on AJ Jones. Oh, Moses didn't really get a good start. AJ is in P3. He's moving down a little bit. So far, I didn't see any. I see positions changing, but I don't see any yellow flags, so that's really good. Let's get up on the top, coming through there really well. Going too wide. The first couple of turns, maybe a little door here. Oh, this is really good driving. That is very, very close, but this looks beautiful. Very well done by everyone. Very nice driving. People are careful, but people are also taking positions here. Very well done. Let's see here. Saunders is pulling out a little bit in front of Moses. AJ in third. Van Brabant lost in the start. Chris Bourne had a good start. Then we have a little gap down to Holmes. Here we see Derek Bird being challenged by La France, and after him comes Howells. Yeah, nice driving here, guys. Really well done. On off back in P13, we see La France going wide. And Howells gets on the inside, he's challenging, or Howells gets on the inside, challenging Bird. Yeah, Howells have that position, but Bird is pushing. Howells goes wide, they're coming down to the bus stop. Going too wide, oh, gets very, very close there. Too wide. Sorting themselves out, very nicely done. Yeah, Derek is really trying to challenge here. Howells taking the inside. Oh, Pornoff going really wide. Going back on track, nice and clean. Let's see, AJ is pushing up on Moses now. That's going to be a nice fight. AJ is really, really fast. He's going on the inside, AJ. He's going to do a late break. Is he going to be able to take position from Moses? No, he's thinking twice about that. pulling back a little bit. Oh, Van Brabant goes sideways on the Mercedes. That gives Chris Bourne the opportunity. Yeah, after normally I heat up my tires so I can start to race after the first lap, so that's what they're doing here now. See if Chris Bourne can get up to tempo. Let's look down a little bit. We have Howells chasing La France. This is a 50-minute race. Pit stop. Gonna see the pit window open in 15 minutes after the start. That's about and then it closes 15 minutes before the end. So we're gonna about halfway after 25 minutes we're gonna start to see pit stops. In the group 2 it was pretty interesting because there was some pit strategies going there with undercuts in the top 3. That was interesting to follow, so I had to make sure I follow that on this lap or in this race too. And we didn't have anyone that was speeding in the pit lane. I believe maybe only one drive through for track infractions. So pretty clean in that aspect. Van Brabant here in the Mercedes trying to make something happen. Pick back the position he lost. That's a good looking livery there. Look at that. That Mercedes really looks spectacular. I love the Mercedes. Howells was able to pass La France. La France is not going to give that up. He's not going to give up that easy. It looks like Howells was going wide. Let's look at Pornoff. Here we go. Pornoff drag racing with Rios. Rios on the inside. Oh, barely misses Pornoff. They looked very, very close there. Unbelievable. Behind it we have Stewart and Bitten. Derek Bird is challenging La France. And behind there we have Rios. He's all over Pornoff. Very close racing. Let's go up to Van Brabant. He is now chasing down Bourne. AJ is also getting closer to Moses. A lot of things to look at here. Just make sure I'm not missing anything. Van Brabant had a little and a self-imposed error, so he really wants to get the position back from Chris. Carlo was P2 last race. All right, here's a fight. Pornoff passing. Here's Rios and Bird. We're gonna go side by side. And Stewart is in the mix too. Look at that. Rios goes wide, gives Bird the opportunity, but Rios still have the inside. Is he gonna do a late break into Lazors? No, he's thinking twice. Oh, it gets very, very tight. Rios and Stewart are lurking behind. Looking to take any opportunities for any mistakes. It's going to be interesting coming up on Kemmel Straight. These cars going to slipstream each other. Very close. Let's go into the cockpit. Yeah. Oh, Rios goes on the inside. A little door-to-door maybe. No touch, but we had a little touch there. Let's go back and look what happened there. That was Stewart and Witten. Oh, Stewart goes in the inside. Oh, that was a little bit optimistic, I think the word that I'm looking for. So Stewart looks like he gave back that position, so that was nice. Okay. Looking here at Van Brabant. Is he going to be able to take something back? Getting closer in the top 3 as well. A lot of action. Let's go down to Rios again and La France. They did a touch. Looked like it. Here comes Rios on La France. BMW on BMW. He's going inside Rios. Oh, very optimistic again. That car as well. Unfortunate. Yeah, those sausages. Get on them. That's not good news. Yeah, those 3 up here, they're very close as well. Hard to know what to follow. Let's see some drag racing coming down Camel Straight on these 2. Van Brabant is very, very close. Let's see who gets the best out of Eau Rouge. He's not really close enough to get slipstream there. Let's see, Derek is very close on Pornoff. He might be able to do something. We're gonna go the inside. We're seeing Van Brabant up in front. No, it's not gonna be able to do it. AJ is really hooking on to Moses. And Moses is a good challenge. Moses is lapping a little bit faster than Saunders. Last lap was 2:18.8, but this was a disqualified time. He probably went off track. Let's see, Van Brabant. Now we start to see the field stretch out a little bit. Yeah, the Lambo is a beast, but it looks like the Van Brabant's driving here is really, really good. He keeps up with him. So it's really open here. I mean, I have no idea what we're gonna see in the end. Saunders, if he keeps his nose clean and just gets very clean laps, I think he might take it. Saunders was P3 at Imola. Had a good streak so far in this championship. Next week we're gonna see Silverstone, and we're gonna be halfway through the series. Go back to Howells chasing Santos. They also have Holmes in front of them. Nice and clean coming through there. See if they can get the run on each other. Derek is coming right behind them, trying to mop up Pornoff. To get the P10. Oh, Van Brabant is now getting really close. Oh, he's going to be able to pass him on the straight here. Guess a good exit. I think both of them do. Let's get in his cockpit. He's not close enough really to benefit from a slipstream, so he's not going to be able to do anything here. Chris Bourne is looking a little bit on the inside there, trying to protect. Oh, goes a little bit deep. Yeah, I imagine the Lamborghini is so close to the ground. See how Derek is doing back here, trying to get the P10 from Pornoff. Oh, let's see. Moses is now up on Saunders. Oh, good Lord, Jonathan, you passed the kidney stone? Wow. That's impressive. Hope you're feeling better soon. That's super painful. Following Santos right now, he has Howells behind him and Holmes in front of him. Keeping an eye on action on other places. Howells tries to go outside. Oh, Howells got out on the grass. That wasn't good. So that really compromised him coming into the bus stop, but he was able to save it. Good driving there. Oh, AJ. AJ racing Moses coming up to Eau Rouge. Are they gonna go side by side though? AJ tucks in behind Moses. He's really putting the squeeze here on Moses. And Brabant is doing the same on Bourne behind. It's going to be interesting to follow. AJ is really fast driver, great guy, giving me a lot of coaching for the endurance race tomorrow. Oh, something happened with Holmes. I want to watch that real quick. Oh, little touch on Santos. Unfortunate. So Van Brabant passed Bourne. I missed that. Let's see if we can catch that in the replay. Here we go. Yeah, how he did that. Oh, he let him go. Okay, that was maybe there was something we missed there. So back real time. Bourne is back chasing Van Brabant. I don't know what happened there. I might have to ask that in an interview if they get the podium, any of these guys. But it looked like maybe there was a touch and Bourne wanted to give the position back. Okay, here's a little group, and here's the first one going into the pits. That's Pornoff. Pit window is open for another 18 minutes. We're gonna start to see people coming in. Saunders have the fastest lap, 1:18.8. And Moses is just behind him with 2:18.842. And Moses have been able to keep AJ at bay. Oh, Derek. What's going on there? See if my replay timer will be... Oh, he gets on the curb and... Oh, he saved. Oh, what a save he did. I mean, that could have been really bad. Gave Rios an opportunity to get ahead of him into P10. All right, AJ. Is he going to be able to challenge Moses? Moses have been doing really well the last two races. He won the last race, Imola, and he did the P2 in at, I think that was Snetterton. Oh, Santos on Holmes. They had a little get together in the earlier part of the lap. A couple of cars in the pits now, so let's see Saunders, Moses and Jones and Van Brabant, how they gonna do their pit strategies. I don't think they're starting to stretch out a little bit with a minute and a half between them. But they're still lapping in the low 219s. Van Brabant is looking at doing his best lap so far, 219.1. Yeah, if you haven't pressed the like button, that would be awesome. So we're coming into 20 minutes racing in this 50-minute race. If you're new to eSeniors, just coming in to watch here, we are a gang of 50 years and older sim drivers on PC, Assetto Corsa Competizione, and we do racing every weekday. And we have championships on Fridays and Saturdays, as well as Thursdays and Tuesday nights for group or GT4. And in between there we have kind of free racing that you can join, but you need to age verified first. So go to our website or Facebook or connect to the Discord and SIMGRID, and you can get the invitation links for the championships. So love to see you online. Also losing a little bit ground to Saunders. Saunders is pumping up very nice laps. His best lap is a 2:18.8. Saunders seems very comfortable. So he's pulling away from both AJ and Jones, or from AJ and Van Brabant. Sorry. So let's see who blinks first, AJ or Moses. See, they're starting to stretch out here, and this is the closest on track right now. And then these guys, we have La France chasing Stewart. Well, La France was sliding quite a bit. Oh, here comes Derek. It's going to do something here on the start, or on the camel. Not able to do anything there. La France. We have 16 cars on track. Had a little bit more in the group 2. I think we had like 26, I think it was. Keeping an eye on if anyone goes into the pits of the faster driver, the drivers in the top. I think they pit now, they're gonna come out without traffic. Yeah, Carlos is pumping out some laps here. He's not super well, actually he's doing really good. He's I think he's closing the gap a little bit. All right, here we go. Now we're starting to do pits. Saunders in the pits. Let's see what happens now. So Saunders, Jones and Van Brabant, all of them, and Chris Bourne, all of them goes into pits except for Moses. Moses stays out, so this is going to be interesting. Saunders was in the lead when he went into the pits. Moses needs to push now. Make sure he's doing some good laps. Make up for the guys that's going to come out from the pits. They're not going to be optimum temperature. Going to take maybe 2 laps before you're starting to pump out your best times on the new tires. So Moses needs to really push here to the good times on the tires that he have. You probably think that he's doing really good time, which he does. He did a 2:18 on his last lap, so his tires seems to be really good. That's 1/10 from the best lap that Saunders had. So Moses have good pace. Maybe he chooses to stay out for a little bit. In a minute I'm gonna see. Looks like Moses went a little bit wide there. So I'm gonna see where Saunders. I go look at the times. So he's coming up to a lap car here, I believe. Moses. Oh, he's going a little bit, whoever that is. Went a little bit wide into the grass, but didn't really impede Moses, I think. So we're gonna see if he's now gonna go into the pits. Oh, here's a drive-through on Pornoff. And Moses goes into the pits. Saunders is out of the pits. And AJ is right behind him. So this might be the opportunity for AJ to strike. So he needs to hustle here to make sure he gets in front of Moses. I'm gonna see how they were doing on the pit stops, these guys. Yeah, AJ did a good pit stop, 1:47 total time in the pits. Saunders 1:50, so they were very even. I don't have the time on Moses yet. Van Brabant did also very good time. They maximized all these guys. Saunders, Jones and Van Brabant maximized their time in the pits. So now we'll see where Moses. He is just now rolling into his pit box. Owls into the pits. Yeah, they were very similar, Nikos, in time, so not really. Carlos is in the mix here too, so all these 3 guys are now really together again. That's what I love with these pit stops, you know, it mixes things up. Let's see where Moses is. He's just rolling out. And here comes these cars. Moses, where is Moses? Oh, Moses is out. Look at that. Moses in the lead. Moses in the lead. How about that? I mean, my head is hurting just thinking about it, because he had the same time in the pits as Jones, 1:47, Van Brabant 1:47. Saunders was 3 seconds slower, 1:50, and 1:47 for Moses. So there you have it. That's what the pit stop can do for you. Really interesting, huh? P1 for Moses. So I think Moses did really good time when he was out. You know, he did the 2:18 as his best lap on while the other guys were in the pit. I think that helped a lot. So now we're starting to get back to the deltas we saw before between the cars, which was a minute and a half, except for Jones that's pushing. Otherwise, the field is pretty much spread out. Santos still out. I think he normally does a very late... Oh, he's in the pits now, sorry. So 20 minutes left. See if Moses can stretch this out and get comfortable up there in front. Again, anything can happen. We saw that in the Group 2. Yeah, exactly, Peter. He did Moses did a 2:18 before he went into pit. So that's the way to respond for people doing undercuts. Is just to drive your heart out. Gonna see if we get any more drive-throughs. We didn't see anyone, or maybe the drive-through we saw was related to speeding in the pit lane. There's Chris Bourne. KB Smith is up into P6, doing a good job. Howells past Santos, up to P7. Brabant is now coming up. Start to claw in a little bit. To look at the guys that have a delta that might indicate we're going to see some action. Yeah, we see here now there's 1.5 between Moses and Saunders, 1.5 between Jones and Saunders. Yeah, next week's race is Silverstone. Well, Chris Bourne, AJ and Van Brabant had exactly the same pit stop time. So, and Moses had also the same, 1:47. I think that's about the best you can do. Actually, I think you can do 1:45. That's actually the best, I think. Yeah, so there wasn't really that. So I think it's more the out lap and in lap and so on that makes a difference. So there wasn't any real screw-ups in the... Oh, that looks like he was going wide there, Van Brabant. So not really any screw-ups. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting here. Looks like Carlos is doing some... Carlos he just made his fastest lap, 2:18.8. That's the fastest for him on this track today. So he seemed to have come into a good groove. While AJ looks like he's struggling a little bit. He was almost a second closer or slower. That's why we see Carlos here. Oh, he go wide there too. I think that was a track infraction. Very close. I'll set up my timing. I'm watching. Yeah, Carlo is really pushing here. This is the closest battle on track right now. Yeah. Everything and anything can happen. Oh, here it looks like you got a good run, Carlo. See how he can capitalize on that. See, where is that? Hello. Oh, that's the wing. Oh, that was close. Did you see that? Yeah, Carlo had to brake there to avoid running into AJ. So that got AJ a little bit of relief. Derek and Adam fighting it out. "15 minutes to race." Holmes, what happened there? He came out of the pits. It was odd. How many pit stop have he had? Window is closing. If you haven't pitted, you're out of luck. Keeping an eye here on Van Brabant. Derek chasing Holmes. I'm a little bit confused what Holmes did. Did he come out of the pits? He has only done one pit stop. Maybe he just had a little off there. It looked like he was coming out of the pits. Yeah, I don't know. I think he had a little problem coming out of Rouge. Because it looked like he came out of the pits. I don't think he's... Let's see. Does he have damage? No, it doesn't look like it. So Moses seems pretty comfortable up there. Again, unless something actually happens. Oh, good run here by Carlos. Is he going to be able to get on the gearbox of Jones? Who gets the best exit out of Camel? Oh, looks like... it always looks like everyone is going wide. It's the closest fight. I'm driving in for AJ's team tomorrow, turn 1 team. We are the 2-man team in our Audi for the endurance tomorrow. I hope we can get someone to stream that. That would be awesome. I sent a message to Mr. Let's see. Yeah, this is certainly up for grabs. There's 12 minutes left, and we have Carlos. Is really putting pressure on AJ. Yeah, I didn't see Arthur on Jeremy if he had some damage in the group 2. I never caught that. Never catch it. Derek is just as close on Holmes. Let's follow Carlos, because this is about P3. Oh, great power in that Mercedes. But the Audi is no little shrimp. Oh, yeah, he's looking on the inside. Didn't compromise his exit though. That looked very, very close. Let's just go back here and look real quick. Derek is drag racing. Is he going to be able to do a pass on the outside? No, he's going on the inside. Has to focus to get a good run up the hill. Oh, it's very close. Very close. Downshift. Didn't really get the advantage he wanted. Let's see what Carlos doing. A lot of pressure. See if they can keep it on the track. Carlo is really showing his nose on the inside. Jones is closing the door. Great racing. You can see this from the inside. Good fight. He wasn't able to push through. He's still half a second behind. Now then, is this the lap? 8 minutes left. Good run here out from that turn with Carlo. Chris Bourne is in the background. Moses still very comfortable. Saunders still have the fastest lap. What a good chase we have here. AJ protecting his inside. He's getting out in time so he can negotiate these turns the right way. So close. Look at this. Unbelievable. Stay with these guys and see if Ole can keep his focus. Less than 8 minutes left. This is for the podium position. P3. Ole was P2 last race. AJ was P7, so this would be AJ's best result in 2 races. Such a good track this. I'm really looking forward to drive tomorrow. Yeah, this is the fight to watch right now. Oh, yeah, Torrance have a drive-through. Hoping to see them come in now. Flip over to Derek to see what he's doing, but we go back to Carlo. Oh, the Audi got a really nice run out of there. Carlo's front end was washing out a little bit. Holmes just passed Bird. Oh, they're still side by side. Bird has the inside, recovered the position. I'm not sure what's going on in the chat. For those watching the chat. Oh, these guys are still at it. Holmes looking to challenge here on the straight. Derek has the inside. Gonna do the overtake here. Holmes, no, he's not. Derek is able to keep it. So let's flip back to Carlo. This is the fight to watch right now. Yeah, the trick is to keep the focus. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on AJ right now. He wants to finish in this position. But Carlos, he is just all over him. Oh, he goes really late braking there. I think that's actually compromises his exit. Let's see. Yeah, the Audi is powering out of there. That is the closest race together with this one. Derek Bird in P10 trying to hold off Holmes. But Bourne is actually starting to get in a little bit into the fight. All we need here is a mistake, and this may change completely. Saunders still fastest lap to 18.5. This fight's gonna go to the end. Okay, let's see if we can get any action here. Holmes is not able to catch Derek. I mean, Mr. Bird, he's Mr. Porsche, so he knows how to get around in that Porsche. It's ridiculous. Yeah, my money is kind of on AJ here. It's 2.5 left. Carlo hasn't been able to do anything. And AJ is, they're lapping in the 220, you see. Carlo gets very close here in the bus stop, but then the Audi is just pulling away. So Carlo is clearly braking much later, but he doesn't get the traction out of the corner, of the last corner. See how he's doing here. Audi's pulling away again. All right, less than 2 minutes. Is this the penultimate? I'm not sure if Torrance have served his penalty or he's just sitting it out in the pits. Ohms is now losing the grip of Derek, so we focus on this one. 0.4 between these two guys. Oh, Billy Stewart. What's happened here? Let's quickly look. He's all on his lonesome. Oh, he touched. He touched in the corner. Ouch. Okay, leader is on the final lap. So Chris Moses, I have a vague memory that in the last race he also really benefited from the pit stop. So he is going to be the winner today. Great job. Let's flip back to Carlo. Oh, it's very close. It's very close to the end. Saunders goes over the line and we're following these two guys. And AJ takes the podium. Great achievement. That was very nicely done. Awesome racing. So we had Moses, Saunders, Jones, Van Brabant and Bourne, the first 5. So I'm gonna try and get into getting these guys into the commentary. And we can talk to these guys. Alright, let's see. I don't see AJ, I don't see Moses, main chat room. Putting in Mr. Moses, see if we can see the other guys. Haven't seen them yet. Hey, how are you doing? Awesome, yeah, I can imagine. Good race there. I'm gonna see if I can get any of the other guys' podiums. I don't see them yet. So yeah, let's talk about your race. I mean, you did. Oh, I had to unmute you. Here we go. Yeah. So yeah, congratulations. What happened with the pit stop? You looked to have you had the same pit stop time as the other guys, but you came out on top of all that, and I think it was because your last lap before you went in was like a 2:18 something. So tell us about your race.
Yeah, the car came back to me there at the last few laps, pretty good. I think the last flying lap was like almost my fastest lap, and then I pushed really hard on the in lap, and I pushed really hard on the pit entry and the pit exit, and maybe that's the difference. So I don't know, but yeah, man, it was all I could right there.
Yeah, so once you were up there, you were not looking back. I mean, the other guys, there was a big fight between Jones and Van Brabant about P3, but otherwise Saunders was kind of sitting there a little lonely. But the big fight into the very last turn was Jones and Van Brabant. So it was a really good race. So Spa, do you race that a lot? Do you do a lot of maybe endurance there and so on?
I've done a ton of Spa, but it's been a while since I actually raced the track a lot. So I did one of the practice races this week, and it helped get me back. And it's the first time I've run the Aston here. And It felt good right out of the box. And I was going to experiment with the setup, but I decided to keep quite a bit of wing in it and keep it pretty comfortable. And it might have cost me a little bit because, man, I was able to push as hard as I possibly could that whole race without a ton of worry about losing the car. But I think in the big picture, John was just a tick faster than me, and I was hoping I was driving all I could that second stint. He got within 1.3, 1.4. I didn't want him within a second as we hit the as we hit Kemmel Straight, or he would suck right up to me because I think he was running a little lower wing than me.
Yeah. It was it was entertaining. There was after the pit stop, and I loved the pit stop because that's really what changes things around, like we saw here in the race today. So I think we always should have that, and I think we'll also put that into the Porsche Cup now. So all right, yeah, I'm gonna do the endurance tomorrow. We do a 3 hours eSeniors endurance, so we're gonna do that tomorrow. So you're not racing that one, are you?
No one's invited me to jump in their car,
okay.
so no.
You have to find someone between now and tomorrow. So
maybe I will. Maybe I'll put a feeler out there, see if anyone wants to run it. I'll run any car too. I don't really. I'm not really tied to any car.
I'm gonna do the Audi together with AJ, and he's so much faster than me, so I'm gonna qualify, and then he can run up the field. So having fun with that. So
yeah, he's got good pace here, real good, and his setup is really good for the first sector. So
yeah.
That's a fast setup.
All right, well, appreciate it. So thanks for racing with us, and great performance, and we'll see you next time.
All right, thanks, Krister.
Right.
Thanks for doing that.
Sure, no problem. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow we're gonna do the eSeniors endurance. So I hope it's gonna be streamed. Otherwise, just look for the car streams on the Discord, and you can look at for my car, Yort in Texas Racing on YouTube. Just follow my channel. So that's it. That's the double header. Next weekend we're gonna do Silverstone, and that's round number 6. So then we're halfway through the championship. So thanks for watching, and thank you our sponsors Syndeo and Sim3D. And I hope you have a great rest of the weekend. Thank you.